A down payment assistance program with no income restrictions. That's right. There is a national down payment assistance program that is good for all 50 states in the United States that will allow for borrowers to purchase homes and get a down payment with no income restriction for the borrower. Meaning, if a person makes $200,000, typically in down payment assistance programs, or if it's a first-time home buyers assistance program, the income is a factor. In this particular loan, the income is not a factor at all in terms of you being over the limit. Of course, you need to qualify for the program, but there is no max income. If you make $500,000 and you want to utilize the down payment assistance program and you qualify, you can, no questions asked. This program is called Click and Close. Click and Close. Click and Close is a down payment assistance program which will pay 3.5% or 5% of the down payment depending upon which option you use. The biggest difference between the 3.5% and the 5% is something called discount points. Discount points is 1% of the loan amount which is charged to get that particular interest rate for that program. So for every $100,000 you borrow, there's 1% that is going to be a discount point, and that discount point equals $1,000. So every $100,000, you're paying $1,000 as discount points, which are also paid on traditional FHA loans, VA, conventional. So it's nothing different. The thing is, down payment assistance programs do typically have higher discount points to compensate for them actually giving away funds. And the other thing is the down payment assistance programs typically have higher interest rates so that they can make up for some of the money that they give away. Those are two downsides typically to a down payment assistance program. However, if you're in a position and you qualify, and the qualifications are you need to have a 620 credit score minimal. So if it's two borrowers, the lowest credit score that they can have for middle score is a 620 credit score. Also, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. It has to be an FHA loan. It has to be a straight FHA loan. If you want to know more about FHA loans, there's a video floating around here somewhere that you can get into and learn about the ins and outs of FHA loans. There's also a link to a home buyer's guide that will walk you through the process from A to Z so you can learn how to purchase a home and also learn how to utilize FHA or what you need to qualify for FHA. Now, FHA also has a program called 203K. With Click and Close, you're not able to utilize the 203K. So there's no renovations that can be done. There's no renovation loans that can be utilized. Also, it has to be single family. It can't be any multifamily homes, no duplexes, triplexes, or 4 units. So it has to be a single family home, your primary residence. You have to stay in the home for at least 5 years. So if you stay in the home for 5 years, that 3.5% or the 5% that they're going to give you is going to be forgiven. I would not try to figure out how I can get out of staying there, because what happens is if they find out that you no longer live in the house and you're supposed to, and that 5-year window has not expired, then they have the ability to call the loan due or the amount of money due that you got from them. So if it was a $400,000 house and you did 3.5%, they could call due that $14,000 that you utilized from their down payment assistance program. Which goes to my next point. If you do decide that you want to get out of that house and you don't want to live there, you can pay those funds back. No prepayment penalty. They also get paid back if you refinance to get a lower interest rate. They come from those funds, and your down payment assistance program gets paid back. Or if something happens and you have to sell the home, that $14,000 gets paid back to Click and Close because you did not go to the end of your 5 years. Now, with that being said, on a national average, the average person stays in their home from 5 to 7 years. So at that 5-year window, is kind of where people begin to start moving because things in their lives have changed. They need to upgrade, they need to downsize, or it's just time to move. So don't look at that as a bad thing, you having to stay in a property for 5 years, because that 5 years will go by quickly. And they utilize that rule simply because they don't want people to utilize their down payment assistance program and also stay for a year and move, and they've got into that property and now they're going to rent it out and it's in a rental situation. They also make money. The down payment assistance program also makes money off of having the higher interest rate, because if you stay the full 5 years and those funds are forgiven and it's no interest on that $14,000 that you got from them, then they haven't made any money off of that $14,000. So they need a way to bring in income so they can replenish their funds and begin to lend out or give more down payment assistance. With Click and Close, they go to the max loan amount for your county. In some counties, it's $726,200. Each county is different depending on which part of the country you're in. Remember, they lend in all 50 states, so there are different rules and in terms of limits for FHA. So your lender or I could find what that number is for you, so we know how much your max pre-approval is for. Typically, you would need to, for most down payment assistance programs, you would need to do some type of home buyers course. This one does not require a home buyers course. However, there is a good chance that you should potentially take one or utilize the home buyers guide that I spoke of earlier to kind of help you walk you through the process of purchasing a home. I hope this has been an insightful and helpful video. Do me a huge favor and subscribe to my channel and click the little notification button so you can get notified when I put out new videos. Thank you and have a great day.